Today, the same state of Florida patient liaison or ombudsman came out to visit me about the test from the neuropsychologist and the information that I had for her regarding the questions that I had. You know, the who, what, when, where, why, and how this test had come about. I started to go over it with her, and she was in complete agreement with me that, that it was fishy. So we got the administrator, the director of nursing, and the social worker in here. And I immediately confronted the social worker. I said, why did you tell me that the doctor was from MIT, that it would be difficult to reschedule, and, predicated the whole test on a falsehood when you told me that you had known the man for over a decade? And he was like, oh, that's irrelevant. And I was like, why is it irrelevant? If it was irrelevant, why did you even say those things to me? Why were they so important then and they're irrelevant now? And we continued to go back and forth, him saying it was irrelevant and me saying, well, then why'd you say it? Him saying it's irrelevant and me saying, well, why'd you say it? And the administrator interjected at that point, well, if you're just going to continue to split hairs, I don't see how or why this is going to progress any further. And I said, oh, so you think one of your employees getting a patient to acquiesce to a test based on an entire falsification of the facts is splitting hairs? Then I completely agree with you. And they left my room. And this is the video that came about afterwards. Hopefully, I will get to figure out some more of it once I get deeper into the rabbit hole. Now that I think about it, this whole process kind of started right after I showed the social worker a letter that I had written to Senator Nelson about the facility. And he immediately said, oh, can I have a copy of this? And I was like, yeah, sure. I don't have anything to hide. And he apparently took it and I guess ran with it like a scared little rabbit right up to the administrator and gave it to her. This guy's got a degree in psychology and some butch, army guy, and always bragging about shooting guns and how butch he is. And I guess he got scared or something and thought that I was a threat to him in his position. And I guess they're trying to brand me as some kind of, sociopath or some kind of psychotic or whatever. I certainly don't think that that was the outcome of the neuropsychologist tests. Otherwise, they would have prescribed some kind of antipsychotic medication for me by now. Don't you think? I mean, his test was on the 3rd, and it's now over 20 days later. So, almost 20 days later. No, 3rd, 13th, 23rd. Yeah, almost 30 days later. So, no, I don't think they got the result they were looking for. Something else that I just remembered. The administrator said, oh, we were just trying to help you. And I asked her, well, then why didn't you involve me in the process from the beginning? Why was it so, discreet, and secretive, and, just so sneaky? And she didn't have an answer for that. I don't know. I guess they're just not used to a person that's able, willing, and actively confronting them on all levels. and I will continue to do so. Not so much for my benefit, but for the benefit of all of the people here that don't have anyone to speak up for themselves.